What is up, everybody? Republican here, and today I'm here to talk to you about the RNC, the Republican National Committee. Last video I talked about the DNC, talked about Joe Biden and Elizabeth Warren and all them, talked about all their speeches, and I was very disappointed with the DNC. DNC wasn't very good, so I made a video on it. So today I'm gonna make a video on the RNC. RNC, I was super impressed, and I'm just going to talk to you about it. So, RNC, 4-day event, by the way, started off with Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk had a little speech there. He spoke for like a minute and a half or something like that. I don't know exactly how long it was. His speech was alright. I kind of expected better of him, but it's fine. His speech was good. They had a bunch of speakers go on there. Let's see, who else did they have? Becky Fredericks, Tina Weinreis. They were all speaking. They all had great ones. Let's see here. Matt Gaetz. All right, Matt Gaetz. He made a joke of Joe Biden, and he made a joke about Joe Biden. Now I kind of got scared there for a second because if you watched my last video, I said I hope the Republicans don't pick on Democrats. And he made a joke about Joe Biden, and I was like, uh-oh, here we go. They're going to start picking on Joe Biden, but they didn't. It was just a little joke. Just a little jab at him. I liked it a lot. It was really good. We had amazing speakers. We had, let's see, Ronna McDaniel there. Ronna McDaniel. She had a phenomenal speech. I think she had the best speech of all of them. She had speech of the night for night one, and in my opinion, she had the best speech of all the speeches. Trump's kids, they had great speeches. Melania Trump had a great speech there. Donald Trump had a great speech. Herschel Walker there, he was a football player from back in the 80s, I think. He had a great speech about Trump. Dana White was on there. I'm a big UFC fan. If you know me very well, I'm a big UFC fan, and I was very surprised to see him on there. I know he's a Republican and all that, but it's surprising to see him on there. But supposedly he spoke on the last RNC, and I didn't know about that. Let's see here. We had the 6 hostages that Trump rescued from 6 out of the 50 that he rescued so far. They all spoke on there. They did pretty good speeches. 5 people They participated in, what is it called? Nationalization. They got their green card pretty much, and now they're American citizens. So 5 people did that. Nicholas Sandman, I think that's how you say his name, right? He got harassed, he got canceled, he was getting bullied online, and he had a great speech. Talked about CNN and all that crap. Phenomenal speech. Let's see here. We got Ann Dorn. She had a very not heartwarming speech. It was more of like she just told you what happened with her life. She lost her husband due to rioters and looters. She told a story about that. Sad tragedy. She spoke on there. Her speech was great. Let's see. Madison Cawthorn. He had a great speech on there. He did a phenomenal job with his speech. He did the whole entire standing for the flag. He's in a wheelchair. He has legs. His legs don't work correctly. And he stood up for the Pledge of Allegiance. And his message was like, basically, if I can stand, you guys can stand. Which I really like that. Because if you know me, I hate seeing people kneel for the national anthem. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. But he had a speech. His speech was his speech was phenomenal. I'm so glad that the RNC did what the DNC didn't do. DNC was more of just like, Joe Biden's awesome, look what he did this, he's a nice guy, and all that. But when it goes to the RNC actually goes through what Trump's done. It goes through everything that Trump's done, the good that Trump's did. They barely even mention Joe Biden. They didn't even really mention him that much. I just think if you're a Democrat, there's nothing wrong with it. You can believe what you want to believe. Throat's dry. Hold on a second. If you are a Democrat and you were to watch the DNC and turn around and then watch one RNC, because there's 4 of each. There's 4 DNC events and there's 4 RNC events. And if you were to watch the DNC compared to the RNC, even you would think the RNC is better. Maybe I'm wrong, but just basing on what was said and the actual knowledge that these people had, I'm not saying that Democrats don't have knowledge, but when you look at the speeches and all that, they didn't really say much. They just said that Trump's bad, Biden's good. That was the DNC, and the RNC was more of like, look at all Trump did. And they didn't even look at it. Oh, man. Let's see. And also, when you look at the DNC, it was more of like a depression type thing. They're really sad. It's like, oh, man, we're sad. It's Trump's fault. Vote for Biden. That was their message. The RNC, it was more positive, upbeat, positive messages. And I like the RNC because there's more Christian-based values there. And not saying that Democrats aren't Christians, highly unlikely, but not saying that you can't be a Democrat and Christian, it's just highly unlikely. But Republican is more Christian-based. Everybody there, you can tell their faith. They talk about it, they pull up scripture and all that. It's just really good. And I'm just really proud of our president, what he did for the RNC and DNC, or not the DNC, the RNC, how he set it up and all that. It was great. And if you're a Trump hater, just watch the first episode, well, the first RNC video. Just watch it. It's like 2 hours long. Just watch it, and it might change your mind. So what are your thoughts? If you like the video, please give it a like. If you don't, put a comment down why. Maybe we can have a discussion. Let's see here. I don't know. So what do you guys think? I just feel like the news treats Trump wrong. They just say stuff that isn't true at all. And you can tell that by the DNC. Even the DNC did it. And I just feel like Trump is treated wrong by the community and all that. So, I just want, if you guys haven't, or you're a Trump hater, just check it out. Just check out the RNC. You don't even have to watch the whole thing. Just watch the first 20 minutes. Maybe it'll change your mind. But I don't know. If you like the video, just give it a like, comment, subscribe for more. I'm out. Peace. Trump 2020! Yeah!